I am from Indian Council of Agriculture Research, as you said, and our organization is working on conservation of all kind of living organism except the human being. Like you can say, we have a bureau on plant genetic resources with a headquarter in Delhi, and it has a regional center throughout the country. Then we have a bureau on insects that's in the Bangalore. That's we call as a NBAII. That's a National Bureau on Agriculturally Important Insects. Then there is a bureau on fish. There's the National Bureau on Fish Genetic Resources that we have in the Lucknow. Then we have microorganism. That's the National Bureau on Agriculturally Important Microorganism that is situated in Mao near to Varanasi. And I belong to that institute, in fact. And beside this, four, and one we have in the animal. That's a NBAGR, National Bureau of Animal Genetic Resources, and that is situated in Karnal. So it's plant, animal, fish, insect, and microbes. All are being conserved by the Government of India through Department of Agriculture Research and Education, which we call as DARE, under the Indian Council of Agriculture Research. So our objective is to preserve these life forms which are getting extinct day by day. And the recent bureau in this series is a bureau on macroorganism that we have recently opened, because the microorganism is what we cannot see. So we can see plant, animal, fish, everyone is getting extinct and biodiversity is being lost. But this is micro we cannot see, so still the world has to realize that they are too being extinct with the time, and that we need to be protected. Okay. So with that objective, we are now working on microbial preservation from the different agroecological zones of our country. And microbes are those who came in this world first. Like when the life started, the microbe came first. Okay, and they can survive where none can survive. So we are taking those life forms and which can help in making other living in these changing environment, because they have the genetic makeup which can be used for this purpose. Okay, and especially I came here as an observer and to attend and what the interaction is going on and how our especially this microbial domain can be get activated in this. And moreover, I represent the journal Biodiversity and Conservation that get published from the Springer, that is a prestigious journal of this field, and I am representing India in that journal as a editorial board member. So my duty is also to report the outcome of this meeting to the journals.
So, you hail from a pure research background and your organization, plus as an observer and a participant in such a summit, you are also exposed to the policies that are being discussed. Tell us, what do you think, what kind of policies will be able to directly address the depleting biodiversity of a developing country like India?
Yeah, certainly. As in the last 1 to 5th, there is a MOP meeting was going on, and they have finally come up that the socio-economic aspect has to be taken into the consideration while formulating any rules or regulation for relating to biodiversity, and especially for traditional knowledge, which the India has a reservoir of it, and the traditional knowledge from the layman, even the farmers or anyone you name, and that has to be utilized. But in the same time, the return has to go back to them. That is not being done at a rate which was supposed to be. And that we have to look into, that socio-economic aspect and the benefit sharing, so that the poor Indian which are practicing many knowledge, indigenous knowledge from our ancestors' background, that should be exploited, but at the same time they too should get benefited out of this.